Well, good afternoon and welcome to H360 Live. My name is Dave Duplay, and joining me here, as always, every Tuesday afternoon is my colleague from Healthy h360, Ms. Courtland Long. Courtland, how are you?
I'm well, Dave. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How was your weekend?
My weekend was excellent.
Well, do tell.
Well, as you know, my family lives pretty far away.
Yep.
They're back in Illinois, so I got to see a lot of them when I went up to Massachusetts because I have cousins who live there.
Now, were you in Boston proper?
We were in Scituate.
Scituate?
Yeah.
Now, is that a coastal town?
Yeah, it's a little shore town. It's on the South Shore.
It is. And how was the seafood up there?
It was great. We had a lobster dinner.
Is that how they say it? Lobster dinner in Boston?
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Scituate?
Yeah.
Very nice. I've never been there, but maybe someday my travels will take me there. If you've been to this little sleepy coastal town, we'd like to hear about it. The chat is to the right. We use the hashtag Real Stories, and we'd appreciate it if you would do the same. Well, Courtland, I'm excited too because we have an awesome show.
Yes, we do.
We have Casey Sable coming in. Mm-hmm. Casey is the founder and CEO of Lizzie J's.
Yeah.
And we've done her juicing. I've done two. I've done a 3-day juice, and we together have done a 5-day juice. And she's going to be here in about 5 minutes to talk to us about the benefits of juicing. I've got some of her products sitting right here. We're going to taste a few and sample them. We're going to let you know what we think. But Courtland, as always, we have an interesting article. Mm-hmm. And I think this article kind of fits right in with our venue of today around healthy eating and juicing and healthy lifestyle. And this article is about fruits.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, almost every meal we had fruit and vegetables on our plate. Whether it was a little fruit cup for dessert or whether it was somehow incorporated into the meal, fruit was a big part or staple of our diet. But what I didn't know when I read this article was that not all fruits need to be or should be eaten with a meal. Many fruits should be eaten alone and on an empty stomach, which I did not know. Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering if this was just another way of my mother getting back at me in some way. I'm not real sure, but I'll talk to my therapist about that next week. What do you think about this article?
Well, another important thing about fruits is that you should probably pay attention to what's in season, and oftentimes people go to their staples in the grocery store, so they'll pick up a bundle of bananas or a package of apples without really paying attention to what's in season or what properly fits into their diet. And so people should also know that fruits fit into 4 different categories. There are acidic fruits, subacidic, sweet fruits, and also melons.
Wow, so in case you're wondering, those 4, I'm going to give you the skinny on them. The first one is acidic fruits, and those are high in fiber. A lot of fiber. They're great for antioxidants. And a couple of my favorites that fall into this category are pineapple, sour apples, strawberry, and lemon. The lemon I'm okay with in my water or my iced tea. The occasional martini dry, straight up twist. I like lemon there. That is the acidic fruit section. The subacidic is less concentrated. I've got some real favorites in here, and they're probably, this is the category that's my favorite because we've got blueberries, we've got kiwi, we've got papaya, and we've got pears. I am a big fan of pear and blueberry, so that category is probably my favorite. Sweet fruits, more concentrated. Here's the thing, they take a little longer to digest. So you want to pay attention to that. Figs, prunes, raisins, and yes, even bananas fall into this category. I do like a banana in the morning, or sometimes I'll have oatmeal, I'll throw a banana in there. But that's the sweet fruits, a little harder to digest. And the last one, as Courtland mentioned, is melons, watermelon, cantaloupe, honeydew. I'm a big fan, especially in the summertime, of the melon category as well.
Yeah, melons are great, and these different categories do different things for your body and provide different functionalities as well. And so, as you mentioned, the acidic fruits have the most fiber, and they take about 20 to 30 minutes to digest. Subacidic fruits have less sugar, and they take about 30 to 40 minutes. The sweet fruits, while they're not the greatest for cleanses, they provide more minerals and have a higher concentration of sugars, and those take about 40 to 60 minutes to digest. Whereas the melons, they're made up of mostly water, and they can break down almost immediately in your body. You can mix those with other foods as well, and they take about 5 to 10 minutes to digest. So overall, depending on your diet, it can be really important to choose the foods that fit in the best, and the different digestion times directly affect this.
So there is one last thing we need to pay attention to, and that's fructose in the fruits.
Yep.
if you have high blood pressure, if you're living with diabetes, if you have high cholesterol, you want to watch that. Pick fruits that are less, fructosey. I don't know if that's a word, I just made it up. But you want to pay attention to the fructose. Not all fruits are meant for you. You really have to pay attention. And Courtland, as you said, the fresh fruits and seasonal fruits, I happen to like those best as well. So, we sent our interns out on the streets of New York. They're doing a fantastic job this summer. School's about to begin, so we'll be getting a whole new round of interns in. You'll see them soon. But these interns went over to Bryant Park because we wanted to find out just exactly what our friends in New York knew about fruits, vegetables, and healthy eating. So would you like to watch the video?
I would love to.
Okay, Matthew, would you please roll the tape?
How often do you incorporate fruits and veggies into your diet?
About 3 times a day.
3 times a day you try?
Every meal.
Every meal you try for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every day, actually.
Every day, yeah, you try for every day?
Yeah.
When you're grocery shopping, how much attention do you pay to what's in season with, the fruits and vegetables?
Seasonal stuff, not that much, honestly. It's
Yeah.
we have a staple
Yeah.
grocery list.
So you just kind of go for what you want, not
Yeah.
necessarily what's in season.
No.
All right.
Oh, very much so. Because I think it tastes best when it's in season. Not necessarily cheapest, but it tastes best.
Yeah.
I generally pay attention. My mom
Yeah.
pays closer attention to it,
Yeah.
but I try to pay as much
Yeah.
attention.
Try to get what's in season. and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then have you ever done a juice cleanse or maybe thought about a juice cleanse where you've only, drink juice for a couple of days and that's it? Or ever thought about something like that?
Yeah, I was just out of the country and I was going to do it right before I left, but I'm
Yeah.
actually starting like in 2 days.
Oh, really?
Heard about them, but I've never thought
Never
about
tried
it.
them? Is it something that maybe you would want to try or?
Not necessarily.
necessarily?
No.
No and no.
No, we wouldn't think about it. Any reason why
Because what I'm doing now works. I mean,
Yeah.
I've actually lost about 60
Oh,
pounds
congratulations.
doing a decent regimen of fruits and vegetables.
Wow, well, Courtland, what did you think? Our New Yorkers are living a pretty healthy lifestyle, it seems to me.
Yeah, that's a pretty healthy bunch that our interns picked out. Great job.
Yeah, now what about, we had, I think, 1 out of the 3 said she said she was going to do a juice cleanse, just
Yeah.
starting. She just got back from a trip.
Yep.
She's getting ready to start. The other 2, one, we could have pushed him over the edge. He would have done it. The other guy, there was no way he was going to do it. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm excited for the girl who's going to start her juice cleanse. I think she's going to really enjoy it. And the other one, I think we could get him to do it.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, the interns did a great job. Our New Yorkers, once again, did a phenomenal job. Great video. Well, Courtland, I'm so excited because Casey's here.
Yes.
She's getting situated. But before we enter into our conversation with her, I just want to give you a little background on Casey and her organization. As I mentioned, Casey is the owner, founder, and CEO of Lizzie J's Juice. I'll get that right. Casey studied holistic benefits of eating raw foods, drinking fresh fruits, and juice cleanses. Casey's team is striving to deliver the highest quality juice matched with impeccable customer service. I will second that. I've done 2 juices with her. Casey, welcome.
Hi, Dave.
So good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I got to tell you, your product is phenomenal.
Thank you.
Thank you for bringing some fresh juice with you.
Absolutely.
We're going to open up and we're going to taste a couple here.
Okay,
but we've
great.
got so many things we want to ask because I'm so fascinated with juicing, and I really enjoyed my last 5-day cleanse.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
And I know Courtland's got some questions, so let's jump right in.
Okay.
Well, before we get to your history and how you started Lizzie J's, I'm really interested to hear your reaction to the video that we just played about the people and their, wanting to do a juice cleanse or not.
Well, I think it's really, it depends on whether it's the right time for you to do something like that. I think sometimes people are, really seeking that in their life, looking for a change to get back on a cleaner path of eating. Some people feel like they're there, and so they don't need that. It really just depends on what feels like a yes for you. And for some people, it's a really supportive way to get back on track.
Yeah. It's so fascinating because when you order Lizzie J's, you get it shipped right to you. And you really take the guesswork out of the whole process. But You know, for people, do you think it's important for people to get behind the science of juicing? I know, you know, and vegetables and what's, you know, we had some dialogue about our, you know, the categories of fruits we just talked about in the earlier segment. Is that important, or can you just jump right in and cleanse?
You know, I think it's important to, you know, if you're going to be doing a cleanse, to sort of, you know, kind of jump in and really embrace what you're doing during that time. And it's feeding your body live nutrients. And so maybe do you really need to know every benefit of what's going on? It can be helpful and continue to sort of encourage and motivate you during that process. But it's so important, you know, we live today in a world of, you know, we kind of cook all of our food, everything we consume is usually dead nutrients. So it's so important, even just seasonally, to feed your body that live nutrients. And so sort of educating yourself while you're doing it can be very supportive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So Dave earlier went over a little bit of your history. Can you just go into that a little bit more, and also maybe tell us how Lizzie J's got started?
Sure. I have a degree in kinesiology, and I was a personal trainer for over 20 years. And just being in that industry for so long, you realize the one piece that sometimes is often a struggle to get your clients on board with is nutrition. So, you know, you can work really hard in the gym and you kind of think you're getting there and results just don't come. And so that's such a frustrating piece. And over time, I just realized how important that was to, you know, really help people stop the dieting process and create some more lifelong success. And so juicing was something that I had sort of started for myself. And I think it's a great way of, again, just setting people back up on a clean path of eating, and then learning to just honor your body and feed your body, you know, more things from the earth and live nutrients, and not overthink this whole diet thing. I think if we're taking the time to feed our bodies what we need, you don't really have to keep doing this dieting thing. So that's really what encouraged me to grow, you know, and get involved in the company and do that. And then I was fortunate enough to work with some really great people in the beverage industry, and then was able to grow the company to where it is today.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, I have been through a couple, as we've mentioned.
Yes, you have. Thank you.
But tell our viewers, you know, what exactly is going on with your body? What is happening when you cleanse? You know, you're drinking this juice, it's fresh, it's pressed, but what's happening inside?
Well, when you first start your cleanse, your body is, you know, absorbing a lot of alkalizing nutrients, and our bodies tend to get sort of acidic over time when we have too much coffee or alcohol or processed foods. Things like that make our bodies a little more acidic, which can make you tired or sluggish or not getting results in the gym. Can also lead to a lot of chronic disease. So it's a great way of, when you start bringing in these alkalizing nutrients, your body will sort of grab some of this acidic waste and sort of move it out of the body through, you know, different eliminators, your skin, your urine. So those are ways of kind of moving that and raising that pH back up. And it's really a healthier state for your body to be in. So it's really not a trendy thing to do. It is truly a nutritional, nourishing, helpful thing to do to your body.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Can you walk us through a little bit the different types of juices? So there's, you know, cold pressed juices. I have a centrifugal juicer at home.
Yeah.
And I know people also use like a Vitamix or a NutriBullet.
Absolutely. Well, a Vitamix or NutriBullet is where you actually put everything in and the fiber stays with that juice. And super healthy as well. But they are very different in what goes on in the body. So if you're taking something in with a lot of the fiber, as opposed to a juice where the fiber is removed, when the fiber is removed in a cold pressed juice, your body gets to soak up those nutrients quick, like 15 minutes. When there's much more fiber mixed in, now there's longer digestive activity, so it can't get absorbed into the bloodstream quite as fast. So when you're cleansing, we're trying to really give that body nutrients fast and give that digestive system a break and sort of clean out that system. So they're both very helpful, and obviously fiber has its place, but they are different in their purposes.
Now, Courtland, what kind of juicer do you have at home?
I have a centrifugal juicer.
It sounds like the flux capacitor from Back to the Future. I'm just saying, wow. It sounds like a whole big process you have going on in Brooklyn.
Well, it's a little bit similar to cold press. It gets spun around in a centrifuge really quickly, and the fiber is removed, and
Yep.
then you're left with the juice.
Hard to clean up.
No, it's not too bad, but you do have to clean it after every single use because you don't want all of that getting stuck in the centrifuge.
I wouldn't want that stuck in the centrifuge either.
No.
If you have a juicer at home, or if you're thinking about a juice cleanse, we'd like to hear about it. You can chat to the right. We use the hashtag Real Stories. We'd like you to do the same. Well, Casey, you know, we've got some of your juice here that you brought in, and this one is the Carrot Twist. This is a fantastic juice. I'm a big fan of this one.
That one's
That
my
was
favorite.
Courtland's favorite.
This is
Yeah.
Courtland's favorite. So this is fresh, pressed just probably yesterday. We're going to take a little sip of this. Courtland, would you like some?
I would.
Yeah, it's your
Yeah.
favorite. Okay.
I'll have
So
some
we're going to
too,
taste
Dave.
this.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Since I'm
Thank you,
pouring,
thank
everybody
you.
gets a little bit. So,
Thank you.
so Casey, what is in this one here? It's called Carrot Twist. I imagine the twist. There's something more than carrot here,
Well,
right?
the twist is the ginger. So
Yep.
ginger is an excellent detoxifier, helps the digestive process, and gives a little heat. And mixed, you know, we really tried to make our juices actually taste delicious too. So
Yeah.
it's one
Does,
thing too.
absolutely.
So that was something we really wanted to make sure that we had the quality ingredients along with a really good taste, so that the process is enjoyable. We wanted
Yeah.
your cleanses to feel good too.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, this one's the Carrot Twist. This is fantastic. It is so fresh, it's so delicious. Now, when I got my my bag of juices, right? I did the 5 days, so I had many, many bags
Yes,
that
you
came
did.
into the apartment. And there were numbers on the top, so you made it really easy for me to. I get up in the morning, I grab number 1. 2 hours later, 2, 3. Do you have to follow that in order? Is there some scientific reason for that, or how does that work?
Well, we just like our clients to feel like they're supported through their cleanse. So we do just want to kind of take the think work out. You don't necessarily have to follow them in the exact order. Sometimes people like to have their almond milk in the middle of the day. Maybe they're going for a workout, or they just feel like they want to feel a little more full, or they're looking for that type of nutrients in the middle of the day. But we do like to give people just a break from thinking about what they have to do that day, and just really focus on honoring themselves and not having to think too much about the process. So
You
Yeah.
did a fantastic job with us while we were doing the 5-day
good,
cleanse.
thank you.
Sent us all those wonderful motivational emails. It was really, really something special. So thank you for that.
thank you. Thank you guys for doing the cleanse.
Yeah, the whole added touch, I think that's really important, because you can power through it, but getting those little motivational tips and, hey, stick with it, you know,
Right.
or, you know, halfway through, hey, you're almost there, you're on the downhill slide, you know, keep up the great work, that's fantastic. One of the things that really strikes me, and we in Manhattan here have a lot of these now, what's called farm-to-table restaurants. Your juice is so fresh.
Thank you.
Where, how does that, it can't be just luck. It's got to be by design.
Yes.
Are you farm to press, if you will, and where do you do this pressing? How does that work?
We press in Connecticut now, and so we are able to really hand select each particular ingredient from farms, and we really have an excellent sourcing of some of the best farms in Connecticut. So I feel very fortunate of where we've been able to pull together some of the, you know, best ingredients for our juices, which is great. Organic, non-GMO. We have, you know, really been able to pick from the best. So I feel very fortunate about that.
Yeah, you know, we have a lot of these fruits and vegetable stands here in New York.
Yes.
Right in the little neighborhoods. And I get up every morning, I take my walk, and I see the trucks coming in, and they have Connecticut plates, they have Jersey plates. So these farm stands, these, you know, vegetable stands that we see in the neighborhoods of Manhattan are also bringing in fresh produce daily. So good stuff.
Yeah, they're wonderful.
Great.
So Casey, can you tell us, what does a juice cleanse do that simply maintaining a healthy diet full of fruits and vegetables, you know, doesn't do?
Kind of like we talked about, and you talked about in the beginning, and I was just talking about now too. It's sort of just that digestive break that when you can remove some of the extra fiber, or if you almost think about digesting a steak, it can take almost a full day to actually assimilate something like that, whereas something light, a very light fruit, or a cold pressed juice where there's not a lot of activity, it's just a great way for the body to take in nutrients. So that's a little bit of the difference there, where you're giving your body that digestive time to take a break. And I think, as we age, our bodies really crave some of that slow down time. It also makes you very mindful about, when we grab things, or when you grab food to eat and you just don't even need it or want it, or is it actually serving your body or a purpose? So it gives you a time to sort of reflect when which I'm sure you guys noticed when you did your 5-day.
Right.
Just being mindful of when and where you eat.
Yeah. I didn't really think this through because I only had one extra mug for us. So drink up, girls. But we have next one here is Crisp Green. This is a fantastic one. I really enjoyed this kind of in the morning. I'd get up in the morning, and I think this was either number 1 or number 2 on the list. And I really enjoyed this one. Casey, what's in here? I know kale and spinach, but what else do we have
That's
in this power pack little beauty here?
And this is our biggest seller, our Crisp Green and our Pure Green. Again, as you know, Courtland, just doing your juices at home, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Triple cleaning all of those ingredients. And we have romaine, kale, spinach, parsley, ginger, lemon, a little bit of apple, a little bit of pineapple. And this one we also make one without the fruit for those that are fully trying to keep fruits out of their diet. So again, this is one of our biggest sellers because I think it's one of it's a lot of nutrients in one juice, and not always the easiest thing to do at home. So we try and make it easy for people to get such a power packed juice without having to make them at home. You know what that's like.
It's a lot of work and it's messy.
It is a lot of work, and everyone's busy, especially in New York. We're going here, going there, and to just be able to reach in the refrigerator and grab a Crisp Green is fantastic. The ingredients, it's so fresh. Where can we find you? Where's your website?
We are at LizzieJ'sJuice.com.
Okay.
And you can order right online. We deliver nationwide, free shipping right to your door. So we try and make it super easy, whether you want to do a juice cleanse or you just, like some people, love to just have a 6-pack of greens where they could just get up in the morning and have that full, knowing that they're getting a nice full serving of their veggies, whether they're just on the go or racing. It's a great way to start your day and not have to do it all the time.
Yeah.
So.
What do you think of this one?
I love this one.
Cheers. I do too. Yeah, fantastic. So the name, the company name, how did we go from Casey to Lizzie J's?
I know, everybody calls me Lizzie. But yes, it's named after my children, Lizzie and JT. And they inspired me and inspire me every day. So I just thought it was a perfect name for my company.
Great.
That is so sweet. So we earlier spoke about the wonderful customer service that you gave us when we were doing the 5-day cleanse. So on top of that kind of nutritional coaching and the juices that you do, are there other services that you provide through Lizzie J's?
Yes, absolutely. We have a lot of exciting new events coming up. We're starting Lizzie J's Juicy Life Retreats, where we can come to corporations or wellness centers, yoga facilities, and do 1, 2, 3-day workshops, really helping people learn more about the benefits of juicing or how to incorporate a cleanse seasonally in their diet, things like that. So. And we're relaunching a new website, and that'll have a lot more information on there about upcoming events that we have.
So you guys are really growing.
Yes.
That's fantastic. It's great to see a local company.
Thank you.
An fellow entrepreneur, right?
Thank
you.
you.
So tell me more about these workshops that you have coming up. You'll go into somebody's company and you'll educate their employees and you'll get them started. Is that how this is going to work?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we get a lot of requests for people just having, a whole group wanting to do things, again, whether it's in companies or wellness centers, but it's just a nice way for me to sort of utilize where I came from and come in and help support. It's not just about the juice, it's about trying to make that change in your lifestyle and, you know, bring some of that positive energy to a group of people that are really looking to make changes in their life. And it's such a healing process, and I think it's great. So I love to be involved on that level now, and now we can take some time to do that. So
Yeah.
it's exciting.
So this last one that we're trying is
Yeah,
called.
what did you just pour in my cup? What
Well,
is this?
this is pineapple pleaser, and,
Okay.
and this one is sure to please.
Okay.
You got to taste this. I sipped it a little bit. It's fantastic. It's really great.
Oh, that is awesome.
So besides pineapple, what's the pleaser?
Well, I mean, did you taste it? That's
I did. I
everybody's
did
favorite.
taste it, yes.
Whether, you know, that's a kid favorite. It's a great juice too if you're ever getting sick. Pineapple has bromelain, so it's sort of a mucus reducer. Very high in vitamin C. It's, you know, an awesome drink when you feel a cold coming on, or, you know, to help support when you have a cold. So we love that one.
I used to drink pineapple juice when I was a kid.
Did you?
In addition to, like, you know, apple juice and all those others.
Yes.
But this tastes 1,000 times better than any kind of pineapple juice I got in the store. I mean, this is awesome.
Thank you.
Well, that wasn't fresh, right? I mean, this
Well, yeah,
is right.
right,
This is from farm
exactly.
to press to mouth. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't get much fresher than that.
Absolutely.
Right. So towards the end of the day, I was drinking the almond one, and I really enjoyed that at night because, you know, you wind down and it's almost like I even heated it up on occasion, put it in a little mug, stuck it in the
Yep.
microwave for a
Nice treat.
second or two. Very nice treat, and it really kind of helped me unwind and relax for my day and put me to bed.
Very good.
But the thing about the 5-day, and this is where I was so surprised, I didn't feel a day of hunger. That to me was
Excellent.
amazing. We, you know, I did the 3 days I mentioned. I didn't feel hungry there, but I thought, wow, I'm going to add 2 more days on this guy. And by day 4, day 5, I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to run down to the corner to the local dollar slice pizza place and sneak one in. I didn't have to do that. I was not hungry at all. And
That's great.
is that typical?
Well, I think that's a fear that a lot of people have and get sometimes intimidated by doing a juice cleanse. Like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to eat. And we do encourage people to eat, you know, either steamed or raw vegetables along with their cleanse if they feel like they need that to actually sort of reset their body. But if you are doing the juicing, you realize you're really giving your body more nutrients than you probably do when you're eating food throughout the day if it's not nutrient-rich foods. So, you know, once you consume it and you're sort of being supported by knowing that, yes, I'm getting plenty of nutrients here and you can just relax, you're really not that hungry because your body's getting everything it needs, which is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Is there any advice that you have for people who might be seeking out new ways of dieting or just trying to live a healthier lifestyle in general?
Absolutely. And, you know, whether it's a juice cleanse or it's just taking the time to sort of step back. And, you know, I really encourage people, being in the fitness industry for so long, to think about all these different diets that are out there and try and find what is right for you, because everybody is so different and you really have to find the right thing for you. Juice cleansing was something that was very helpful for me when I could, you know, connect with my clients one-on-one and help get them back into cleaner eating, but try and go back to the basics. Just kind of eat what is, you know, left here on this earth. There's really basic, simple foods, and if we sort of go back to the basics, it really can be that easy and not so diet oriented. I think that you can have much more success if you just simplify things a little bit. Don't overthink it too hard.
Yeah.
We're almost out of time, but I have one last question for
Sure.
you. So let's say our viewers are thinking about a cleanse.
Yes.
Is there something that they need to do before the cleanse, so to get ready to begin the process? And is there something on the back end that they have to do after the cleanse is over?
Absolutely. We try and tell people don't do the big binge before a cleanse. Sometimes people are like, oh, I'm going to go out and drink and have pizza, but that's going to make the next day that much more difficult. It's really great if you can just set the stage a couple days before, really hydrate your body because the juices are very hydrating. So kind of load up a little bit more on the water and just clean up your plate, just like I talked about. Just kind of eat from the earth for a couple days and just keep it simple with lower density proteins. Like instead of steak and chicken, just go more towards fish and eggs. Same thing on the way out. Just almost try to eat what you were juicing. Just keep it that simple and exit that way and slowly let your body move out. And then you realize, how much energy you get from nourishing your body from those types of foods, and incorporate those more into your daily diet, whether it's through juicing or consuming them.
Sure. Courtland, one last question for you.
Well, how do our viewers know if a juice cleanse is right for them?
I think anytime you feel like your body is just getting run down, or you see yourself getting sick more often, or you're just, in need of a jump start and really want to give your body something that just makes you feel energized and happy and positive, it's a great reset. It really is.
Well, Courtland, what I meant to say is I have one more question for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we sampled 3, right? We had the carrot twist, we had the pineapple pleaser, and we had the crisp green. Tell me what your favorite was.
Still the carrot.
Still?
Yeah.
Even though we had the pineapple pleaser, which we've never had before,
Yeah, I know. I mean, I do love it, but the carrot, carrots are one of my favorite vegetables, so it's mine. Yep.
Okay, well, you heard it there, and that's our show for this week. Casey, thank you so much again for coming
Dave.
in.
Thank you, Courtland.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank the viewers for tuning in, and I'd like to thank our sponsors for making this all possible. Remember, all of our episodes can be viewed on demand at healthyo360.com, and our podcast is now available in the iTunes Store. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. Again, we use that hashtag #RealStories, and we'd like you to do the same when posting for us. So on behalf of myself, Courtland Long, and the entire Healthyo360 family, we hope you have a very pleasant afternoon, and we look forward to seeing you again next week.